January 2025, there were 42.8 million people enrolled in the food stamp program. That was January 2025. As of January 2026, 1 year later, the number of people on food stamps dropped from 42.8 last year to now this year, January 2026, to 37.8, a reduction of 11% or 5 million people that have literally been, pulled off of the program. They literally lost their benefits for a variety of reasons that we've talked about before in other videos, most notably the new work requirements that they implemented and the age ranges that they also brought in as of that legislation last summer. Remember, they raised the age range up to 64, right? We've talked about that before, so that's nasty. They raised it significantly quite a bit again, and they also changed the definition of a dependent, which also excludes a lot of families out there that have literally minors in their household, but they're no longer considered a dependent anymore based on the new rules. Now, I've covered all that extensively in other videos. If you want me to come back and make a new dedicated video about that, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about all this as far as 5 million people that have literally lost food stamp access just in the last 1 year alone. Now, as you also saw there in that article, here's what else is nuts. Between January to February, in that 1 month period of time, that's it, 1 month period of time, January to February of this year, 2026, obviously that was a handful of months ago now, but there were 668,000 people that lost food stamps just in that 1 month period of time. 668,000 people. Now, if we were to extrapolate that over the course of the entire year, that would be about, according to my rough mental math here, that'd be about just under 8 million people. I'm trying to roughly add it up as I talk here. Roughly 8 million people. If we continued at a pace of 668,000 people a month losing food stamp benefits, that would translate into just under 8 million people a year losing their benefits. That's a lot of people, right? And again, I know for a fact that some of you in this community have lost your food stamp benefit and your access to this program for a variety of reasons. And again, there's a whole bunch of reasons why people may have lost access to the food stamp program, the SNAP program, literally in the last year or so. Not only that, not only have they changed the work requirements, as in the age range, not only did they change the dependent definition, making it harder for somebody with a minor in their household to basically classify that individual as a dependent, but also they've added all these additional restrictions into the program as well, right? Like the 22 states that have been granted waivers all across the country to micromanage exactly what you're buying with your food stamp benefit with your EBT card, right? There's 22 states as of right now, and I've been saying for a while now, there's the anticipation that at least 2 to 4 more states will likely be granted waivers at some point this year, bringing that total to roughly 24 to 26 states at some point. So stand by for that. It has not been released yet, but that's been the consensus for quite a while now, is that at least 2 to 4 more states will likely be getting those waivers and more restrictions being brought in. In other words, micromanagement is really what I mean by restrictions brought in. So that's nuts. Anyway, drop your comments down below. Again, let me know down below. I really want to hear your comments on this. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this is absolute nuts as far as what they're doing here to the food stamp beneficiaries? And again, especially during this year of affordability, when prices on food and everything else have gone up dramatically, and then, for all these different variety of reasons, people are getting booted off the program left and right at a tune of 5 million people in the course of 1 year's time. January to January 2025 to January 2026, 1 year, 5 million people. That's about, 416,000 people a month? Wow. Yeah, 416,000 people a month is what they're extracting during that 1 year period of time. Anyway, drop your comments down below, but I want to keep you posted on this because this is not over. It's not a once and done type of thing. It's not we went through and we purged 5 million people and now we're good to go. No, this is going to be a continuous ongoing thing, just like you saw in the article here that I popped up on the screen for you. Again, just between January to February of this year, 668,000 people just in that 1 month period of time. And again, I know I talked about that earlier, but my point being is that this is not a once and done.